Hey, everybody. Welcome.
Hello.
Randomonten. This is our inaugural video.
Yes, this is our premiere.
I am because I can, sis.
And yes, let's speak on it.
And together we are just sisters just talking and
Yeah,
literally about everything. And it's very, very random.
on 10.
So right on 10. So today, we are going to start with talking about this new season of this show, Love After Lockup. I have been watching several seasons, and every season, I promise you, for me, does not disappoint. Every season, I think it just even go higher or crazy. So, your time, how has it been for you?
Well, I'm not gonna say I sit down and watch the seasons, but I have watched episodes, and I have always been amazed. I actually I enjoyed it, but I just never decided. It was like I'm gonna watch this season. It's just randomly comes on. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch this, and then once you start watching, you kind of get stuck. So I I love the mess. I love the
Yeah,
mess.
no, it's definitely a lot of mess. I mean, that one season they had the women out there fighting over the guy,
See,
and he was still locked up. He wasn't even out yet. I'm like, can he get out first at least?
it's another one in there. It's okay. I mean, if that's what you want,
Several. I mean,
it's,
she
it's
already had several. For those of you who've seen this season, you kind of know what I'm talking about. She had several people that she was talking to, but she got upset about this one that he had
see,
somebody else.
see.
So, yeah. Well, let's just get into it. So, they recently just showed a 15-minute sneak peek of this new season coming up. And quite a few couples, and of course, as always, quite a bit of messy going on. So, the first couple they kind of introduced us to was Zariah and Troy. Please do not blame me if I'm saying her name incorrectly, but for all intents and purposes, we're gonna go with Zariah.
Yeah, that's what I
So
have too.
this couple seems interesting to me because first of all, this ain't her first time around the block as far as dealing with somebody incarcerated.
Hmm.
And the parents seem okay with it. They're like, he gonna come into the church and we gonna be good. So, like, what are you thinking about this this
But
first
then on the
couple?
other hand, he's like, I'm not gonna be at church every Sunday when he was talking on the phone to her, and I'm like, well, y'all don't want to kind of he don't seem like he's into it at all. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic with her family just pretty much being in the church and she's growing up in the church. And, you know, that's just, I don't know. I just feel like, nope. Because in the long
Yeah.
run, you know how it is. Like,
Yep.
dad don't
And
want you
she
in church.
said she a PK. So for those that don't know what PK is, it's a preacher's kid. And
Mhm.
typically we've seen, and I'm a partial PK myself, but we have seen those that grow up become like rebellious in some instances.
Mhm.
She's even said herself, like, the minute you tell me no makes me want to do it even more. So do you
Mhm.
think she really actually likes these people, or is it just a way for her to rebel after having to grow up in the church,
Well,
like, and be do everything that they said do and follow all the rules? She said her parents was really strict.
yeah. And the one thing that stuck out for me was well stood out, sorry y'all. Was when she said that she was introduced to the Thug Boys and that was it for her. So so that was it for her when she was introduced to the Thug Boys, that was it. But your point, it seems that way with a lot of preacher kids because they're so sheltered and the parents are usually really strict that once they get a taste of that little thug life that they think that they want, they get stuck. And she seems like she pretty much got stuck in that. Some of us grow up and like, girl, I don't want nobody for the streets. I need somebody who's ready to settle
Right,
down. We about to be family. And
right.
it's just not it doesn't seem it's like that way for her. It's still like, oh, I still like the bad boys. And I don't care if bruh is locked up. Another thing that got me was this was her ex-husband's cellmate or cell neighbor. So you
Right, she said cell neighbor. I feel like that meant cellmate. That's what I feel like. 'Cause you reaching around and talking to your neighbor is crazy to me. I feel like that was a roommate, but it sounded better to say neighbor. That's what I feel like.
I was just like, you met your new husband while visiting your ex-husband, girl.
But it's even deeper than that because she used to play the three-way for him when he was talking to his ex-girl. So, like, at what point were you listening into the three-way? Do you say, I think this the dude for me? And he say, she did, like, how did that conversation happen? Where was he pretending to be talking to the girlfriend when he was talking to her and then the ex is in the background because they using his minutes? Like, because I don't understand why he couldn't call his girl directly. Like, I need more to the story because that was crazy. And I wonder how dude feel about it.
Right. Because and then I'm like, she said that they dated for 5 years or something. The guy she's married to now. I'm like, baby, you don't date people in jail. That's like these little middle school kids talk about we dating. Where y'all going? Because the only time y'all see each other is in the classroom and on the bus.
Listen,
how y'all dating?
Listen.
Girl, okay, so am I the only one who defines a date as either spending time together, going out, maybe a movie, not nice dinner, ain't got to be nothing fancy, or you at home, you chilling, you order in, or you cook each other, some food or something.
Netflix
that's a date.
And chill.
Right, that's a date. How we dating if I'm on the phone with you? Hey,
and
baby,
you know they got fancy now though because they got the videos. So I guess a video date maybe they could see each other now. Before, I mean, it was you have a collect call from such and such and such and such. Now it's log on and click on and talk on the video. We can see each other. They got whole video setups. Like, this is why this show amazes me because some of them like they have like there's a whole website to connect to felons and date them, and they have like Facebook pages and like Craigslist pages for like meet me pages and stuff. And I'm like OnlyFans for jail people. It's crazy to me, and people look for this. So I don't know
what I really want to ask a person, like, what is the appeal? What is the appeal?
Say if you was dating people like that was for life and you knew they just wasn't getting out, and then you just like maybe you just didn't really have a real relationship, but these people are dating people that will be out soon. Like, there's a chance we're going to meet face to face, and that brings me to Kim and Joey.
Oh gosh.
Who have known each other since they were younger.
Young kids. They went to school
and
together.
He was always a bad boy. Got into trouble, got locked up, got out, got locked up again.
When Dad was like, he the one who stole that dirt bike.
That's what the problem gonna be. He said, if I had the proof, I'd go ahead and I would file a report myself. I'm gonna have to have a talk with him. Like, how is this talk gonna go? I mean, and at this point, sir, I feel like you know Joey. You know it was Joey and the friends.
Right.
And the friends. Talk about it wasn't no Joey.
Kim, Joey stole your bike. I'm just saying.
I bet you he got cameras up there now. They didn't have them back then, but he got them up there now. That man said he done spent 13 years of his life total locked up. And I think he's like 30, 35, 39. Don't quote me. Between 35 and 39. He's somewhere because I know he ain't 40.
But then
I'm like,
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
She don't like to be by herself. This lady said that she had been in a relationship since she was 5 years old. First of all, I don't count relationships.
5 years old.
Right, 5. You're not having a relationship. But whatever. She had.
It was a teddy bear.
2 weeks? She doesn't go 2 weeks without being with someone. Baby, you need to be alone.
Is she gonna be able to cut off anybody if she's talking to anybody while he's out? If she can't be alone, how are you alone while he's locked up all this time? And then when he comes out, are you gonna be talking to anybody? And we already know he is definitely going to be into some stuff. If it's not another woman, then he also has drug abuse problems and issues. So he's in recovery and working on that. And then you got the friends, because they're living in the same town he grew up in. So everybody is still there, even the friends that you got in trouble with. The minute you come home, everybody's coming to see you because you're back home. And I can see him getting right back into the same situation.
I can see that
and
too.
So she mentioned about having 4 POs: the PO, her, his mom, and then the dad said, "Count me as a 4."
Count me. But she's still married. She's still married to her second husband.
And does he know? How does he know?
She said she planned to marry him 6 months after he get out of jail. But she plans to have her divorce final 3 months after. So that other 3 months will give them, she said 6 months, because it'll give them a chance in case, give them more time in case the paperwork get tied up or something.
No, ma'am.
So and then I know you heard her say that she met her second husband while divorcing her first husband. I don't know, Kim.
Kim gonna be fun.
She is.
Kim gonna be fun. Speaking of the
$15,000
on what?
On what?
But no, she said he had got in some trouble. He got in some trouble, and she had to get him out. He borrowed something and had to pay it off.
I'm sorry, he would have to pay that off.
You know what? It might have been the drugs. But this crazy. And I was thinking, like, speaking to somebody that, and I forgot about this when we was talking about good old Troy, that said that, because when I come out, I have certain people that I need to talk to, and certain situations that he needs to contact, aka the BM being one of them. For those that know what BM, not bowel movement, it's the baby mama. And we see in the previews, she keeps asking why she keeps showing up. I feel like Troy, because I feel like the story that she tell us about Troy and the actual Troy that we saw as he spoke about himself are 2 different people. And I feel like she presented the Troy she sees to her parents, because they don't know the real Troy.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's gonna be interesting. I would love to see how he interacts with the family,
especially her son. How do someone in jail in prison adopts your child? Yeah,
she said she did not put a father on the birth certificate in case she ever met a man that wanted to adopt her child, and this guy is it.
A felon.
She's never met. She's never met him, right?
She's met him. That's how they met. They met while he was in prison. She met him.
No, I mean like out and about in the real world.
Not in the real world.
Okay, yeah. So this guy you've never met in the free world is
your child's legal father. Like, no, man. Sorry. No, man.
It's the laid back for me with the parents. I'm out of all the seasons I've never seen parents that seem so cool and calm about this. And like, we had another one. I mean, I don't know if it's they want to save him and they feel like they can save him and bring him on in or what, but it is baffling to me. Well, I just really need to see this play out.
So, because especially with them being like, what is he, a bishop? Oh, well, I know he's like big in the church or whatever. They want to save everybody, so of course they're gonna try to bring him in. And like, we're gonna save this young man.
He telling you, he told you to your face, in your ear rather. It's a no for me, and that's a no. He said, "Ha ha ha ha, no."
So that's what I'm waiting. I'm ready to see. And that
she knows. She like, I don't know why y'all asking that. I'm like, are you telling him one thing and then telling them something else?
What about that big behind tattoo she got on her side?
That is terrible.
Oh,
and that's the color you went with. It's a big old red flag name
There.
droid.
It looked like a flag now that you mention it. It looks
Hmm.
like a flag. I wish we could show. We're gonna show it. It look like a
I
flag.
wish they could implement something that is like a temporary tattoo of the tattoo that you want, so you can decide for a week and see what it's like and decide if this is something you really want to do.
And ask
Because
other
I feel
people's
like
opinion. Because I'm like, baby, no, that's not the look, sweetie.
I wonder if her parents know it's there.
I think it's big. It's huge. I bet she's not on
It
Hawk
had to
popular.
hurt.
It look. I bet it hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have some other couples as well. They didn't really go into them, but we have Hope and Arthur. And the interesting thing about that is there's 3 people in this relationship. It's Hope, Arthur, and the mama. What you think about Miss Mama?
I think she needs to let her son go. I mean, the comments that she was, I
It's
was kind of like,
uncomfortable. It's a little comfortable. Yeah.
you want to be the one to do that for her?
Yeah.
No, man.
Rub your
No.
head. Okay. It was
So
giving weird.
very. So I am ready to see how that plays out because, of course, like you said, they didn't go into much detail. They just pretty much showed that scene, and we were like, so that's what y'all gonna leave us with, okay?
Right. Then you got Letitia and Key. They're already married.
They're married 2 years, and they have never seen each other in the real world,
And never consummated the marriage. So that's going to be very interesting. That's just going to be interesting to see how that works out or what
that's the
that
only thing
looks
she's
like.
talking about. She really didn't say, I'm ready to spend time with him, let's go out and do stuff together. That ain't what she said. As soon as he get out, that's because that's all she really talked about.
I mean, he must talk a good game. That's all I'm gonna say, and I hope the game and the talk gets backed up. Then we have Shantae and Truth, where she said she again had never met this man in person, and then she met him, and she said that's a big dude.
Loud. And it looked like he may be a little trouble because in one scene she's like, he didn't even come home last night.
He done dipped out.
He dipped out. Didn't say nothing. Nothing, just gone.
No call, no show. And then we see him handing her like a wad of money. Then in the next scene, she packing the car and taking it. He said she done took me for my money. I was like, wait a minute.
But he was so casual about it. He was like, here go 1,000.
Yeah.
And then she was just throwing everything in the trunk. Just And then I mean, he didn't look like he was trying to stop her, but
no, he didn't.
So
we'll
I want to see how that played out.
And then poor Julian and Christine. I feel like Julian might be getting taken for the long run. Hopefully not, but he just really seems like a sweet guy.
He seems really sweet.
So that's just going to be interesting.
Yeah, he said that Christine is the only woman from prison from so far, but he said that she was out of his league. He was like, if she wasn't in prison, I would have never I could have never gotten her. So
I hope she looks like the pictures because I've seen this before in the one season.
I mean, I'm not saying she don't.
I just know in the one season the pictures did not look like the real person in real life.
Okay, so she looks like herself. Okay. I think some of the pictures I seen, she had makeup on, like she had some red lipstick in one picture or whatever. Yeah. But getting out of prison, she ain't made up. She just got on her clothes and she just ran out. And I was like, okay, But I think he's a very nice guy, and he just seems like he's just a nice, caring.
I'm interested to see how much money, if any, he spent on her. That's the one thing that baffles me every season is how much money these people have spent on the person that's locked up. Thousands and thousands of dollars is not unusual.
No, I think maybe it wasn't Love After Lockup. I remember, like, again, I caught episodes, but this one guy had money before he went in, and he came back, and old girl had spent like all his money. Like he ain't have nothing. I don't know what season it was, but
That might have, yeah, I think I remember something like that.
that's crazy.
And then we had
And
one guy that went in, and I believe it was in Atlanta. He was like the big dog. And
mm,
he was like, "You don't pay for nothing, I pay for it," while he was locked up and was paying for everything
dang. Okay.
and came out with money. So I was like, "Well, all right."
Okay, so he had him a real one. He had a real one because a lot of ladies I know, and I love my ladies, but I know a lot of my ladies, they're like, bruh, I'm paying my bills and I'm doing what I want to do with the rest of this.
I mean, he came out and it was very much, I run this though. I
Oh,
run
see
you.
now.
You follow my rules. What I
Yeah,
say
nah.
goes.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I pay for this place. Like
Okay.
kind of.
One of
So
those relationships. Gotcha. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So what are we thinking about prediction wise for some of these couples as far as, I guess we can talk about the two that we've seen the most about, Zariah and Troy and Kim and Joey.
I don't think Kim and Joey's gonna make it. That's just my personal opinion because I don't think Joey's he's institutionalized. Like he
Mm-hmm.
said himself.
I think I lost her for a second. All right. So what I'm gonna say is,
Oh, sorry about that.
okay, there you go. All right, you back.
So,
Last we heard, you was like, yeah, he's institutionalized.
yeah, and so and it, with him being on the drugs for over 20 years, and then him going back to that same environment, nothing is going to change. He will need to get out of that environment. They will need to move away and find like different type of support because and this is coming from personal experience. You know, I have family who's been addicted to drugs and they kept the same company. You get off, but if you go back to the same company, you're gonna fall back into your same ways. So I can
Mm-hmm.
see that happening with Joey because he's going back to the town that he grew up in and all his friends there, all his people that he was probably doing drugs with are there. And it ain't gonna take much. It's not gonna take much. So I'm rooting for Joey. I'm hoping that he can get out and stay clean and get the help that he needs to continue to stay clean. But I don't know. And Kim, she seems like a relationship hopper.
Yeah.
Kim, she's like she's a self-proclaimed serial relationship girl. So when she gets tired of him, she's just gonna cheat on him with the next guy, the same way she did him. Like she's still married, literally still married to her second husband.
Yep.
So I feel like right now it's shiny and new, and Joey was her crush. He was the one that got away. She said that herself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now that she can get him and got it, now she has him. Now that you got him, she's like, okay, I got him. Let me. She a serious
Yeah.
relationship girl. Let me put it like
And
that.
another thing, like, she has him, but she don't trust him
Right.
because she talked about how she got tracking on him. Ain't gonna be
Mm-hmm.
like, this man just got out of being locked up. He's not gonna want to get out to be locked up.
Mm-hmm.
And you tracking everything he's doing and everywhere he's going, and even if you want to be sneaky, you may think you're helping him. He may think you're holding him back. So I don't
Yeah.
see how that's going to work either. Like, even if he wasn't planning on doing something and you're like, you say you be here 10 minutes ago and you're like 30 minutes away because you're looking at his phone and
Mm-hmm.
everything, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe doing pop-ups. Hopefully she's not going to do pop-ups,
Hopefully not
y'all.
on
But
the
if she
house.
do
Oh
pop-ups,
goodness.
like, it's just not going to go well. And like I said, he going to get out. He want to talk to his friends. He want to
Mm-hmm.
be around them and catch
Yeah.
up and see what everybody's doing and things
Yeah.
like that. And she gonna be up under him
Mm-hmm.
24/7. That is just her and only her, and don't want to share him with anybody. And that's not gonna work either. And
Mm-hmm.
I think in her head it was a good idea, but in real life, let's see how this really works. Because a lot of people, if you ain't really been around somebody, you don't really know how they are. And this man that you knew is not the same man coming out, because
Exactly.
regardless of what it is, you are locked up. When you get out, you are a different person.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to
Absolutely.
be in there that long and dealing with other things, I don't know. I don't
Absolutely.
see the longevity in that at all.
And let's see, Zariah and Troy. What do you think about those two?
Yeah, that's not gonna work. They on two different page. They not even on two different page. They in two different books, in two different libraries, on two different cities, two different continents, or something like that. Cause listen, I don't know if she ready for this, and I just don't know. I don't. It just the baby mama thing, and I feel like
Mhm.
it ain't just the baby mama. I feel like there's more than one
Mhm.
person that he talking to, and everything like that. And then the parents and the pressure for church, whether she pressures him or they pressure him or keep trying to invite him. And I don't know. And maybe they gonna feel like they gotta be his parents,
Mhm.
and I don't see him taking authority well either.
I can see that. And for me, I think the biggest divide is going to be between him and her parents because they are looking for a certain thing. And of course, you still look at your kids. That's your baby. And
Mm-hmm.
now you introducing you my baby, and you introducing him to my grandbaby. So it's a lot there to unpack. Like you don't know this man. You know him, but you don't know this man. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it's gonna be a big divide between her parents and him, and she's gonna be stuck in the middle, and he's gonna want her to choose sides. And if it's not his side, then no. And if you're not, and it's just not that we heard a lot from him, but he sounds like the type of guy that's want to be in control of everything.
I
Because
just
when he was
about to
like,
say that. That's what I was thinking.
I'm not going to church, and he's like you said, he ain't gonna take authority well. He's not gonna take authority well. You're not gonna be able to tell him what to do. You're not, and if you asking him, he gonna feel like you, like you said, pressuring him, and all of that. So
I feel like he'll turn it back on you too.
yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
you, not me. Like what's wrong with you? Like you tripping or gaslighting
Most
or something.
definitely.
Like
Gas
it's
the
gonna be
mess out of
definitely
her. Mhm.
like I think she liked the bad boys, but I don't know if she ready for this kind of bad boy.
Mm-mm.
So I think she might
And
have bit off more she can chew. And the fact that she
right.
involved her child before he got out and y'all can see how that go is crazy.
Mhm. And why wouldn't you want you're raising a young black man? You would want someone with a more positive background, future. You want a role model for your kid. I don't want to introduce this felon to my son. And no, that's not what you do. Not saying that felons can't be reformed because they can. But baby, you don't know this man enough. He ain't even been out of jail for you to see if he is
Right.
reformed.
Right.
So,
Like
baby,
I'm like
no.
either he talking a good game to them or whatever. I
Mhm.
mean, because when she picked up the phone, he was talking crazy. She was like, people can hear you.
Right. And the way my mouth would have went off, like who he talking to like that? You know, lost his mind. You let this man talk to you like that? Like
And he was like,
we
"You
have to.
love me, right?" When he said, "You love me, right?" or whatever he said before he got off the phone,
Oh
I'm like,
yeah,
"What?
I guess.
Okay."
I guess
I mean, I
I
adopted
married
my
you.
child,
That I let you adopt
so
my son, and right, like, and back to what you said previously. How does the ex-husband feel about this? You in the
where
same
is he
prison
at?
with my
I'm
aunt
wondering if
Genevieve.
he's still locked up or plot twist. He gets out around the same time
Girl, that would be
while
a
this
mess.
season is going on, and then
Yeah.
wants to see his child.
But see, this is the thing that because she said I didn't add his name to the birth certificate. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know exactly what she said, but I didn't add his name to the birth certificate because I know what kind of guy he is. Why
No,
would you
she
go out
said because he wasn't acting like
like a like a
like
father?
a father. So
Why would
is
you need
that
to
your
change
definition? Or was he really not
your
there? Like,
acting?
was you mad
Right.
at him? Or was he really not there? So it's
It,
like,
weren't y'all married?
and what can he do if he locked up?
If you locked up, what can he
But
do?
if he get out, that's a different story.
Yeah, he still has his parental. Well, he had to sign over his
He had to
parental rights.
fight for a petition, I
Mhm.
guess, and get the DNA and then all of
But see,
that.
look. You imagine sitting up in jail and this dude talking about, yeah, I just adopted your son.
Like, how did that work? Maybe they
I'm
switched
sorry.
facilities. Maybe it was after they
Maybe.
switched facilities and he went someplace else. I just need to know the full story. So
I
hopefully
need
we
another
get
full
that
story.
when this
Yeah.
happens, because I don't know. It's crazy to me. It's all crazy to me. But listen, everybody, this has all really been great. Great introduction. We're on here for like 30 minutes, and all of these are just our, opinions. This is no truth. This is for entertainment purposes only. And we're just in here having a conversation about what everybody else is watching and what we watching, because we like to talk about it on the phone. So we might as well just share what we talk about with you. So it may not always be us talking about a show. We may talk about the day we had, or the random instances and things that we
find
come across.
ourselves in.
I
Yeah.
started thinking about that daggone tooth mode that I did. That's another story, y'all. It's crazy, but it's just we have a good time, and so we just want to share it with you all. So we thank you guys for joining us in this inaugural video. We will be back very shortly to talk about the actual first full episode and have a little bit more insight on the things that we want to discuss as far as the people. But thank you for joining us, and we hope that we see you again. You want to say anything?
No, thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed us. This is us. This is just us. Promise. This is how we are all the time.
Yeah. So
And I hope
forgive
you
all the
guys
low
enjoy.
budget stuff, because this is what it is.
But we really do appreciate you. And if you could like and subscribe and turn on your notification bell, and we will be back. Definitely.
Hey.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.